G'day and welcome to the start of our first Hearts of Iron 4 campaign. Really excited to finally have this game. We've basically just played for a couple of minutes, just did the tutorial, so we're going to jump in and learn it as we go. We're going to start in 1936 and we're going to play as other countries. Select country, I have no idea where this goes. Alright, here we go. Should be easy enough. We are going to play firstly as Australia, I think. Good old Johnny Curtin is our leader. We're democratic regime. Election in 37. Labor are in charge. Curtin is actually the namesake for my alma mater, if you happen to care. We'll turn Iron Man mode on, just because there is an Australian achievement. I doubt that we'll be able to get it, but we'll see. You can do Iron Man with recruit mode. Alright, we'll stick it on regular. Let's get started. Iron Man save game. Local. Save and play. Okay, so yes, I've played the tutorial. I never played Hearts of Iron 1, 2 or 3, so I'm really bad at the game. But it'll give us a chance to see what we can actually do as one of these smaller powers. So we've got one guy down in Perth down here, 5th Infantry Division. Alright, I think the first thing we're going to do is move everybody. And we'll chuck them up to Darwin. Because if we have a fleet, that's where we're going to put the fleet. Australian squadron can come up here as well. Alright, first things first, go through. Research slots are available. We get 2 research slots. Terrible. But we are, I think, going to try and go paratrooper heavy. So if we can go start the research on that, so we can begin training them. Next tech would be something industrial. Let's... I know Australia has a lot of oil, but we have a lot of oil in the game. Where is it? Supply areas, no. Resistance, resources, this one. Alright, so we have steel, tungsten, and steel and chromium. Interesting. Now Australia also controls a bit of New Guinea. It's like there is nothing worthwhile over there though. So, okay, I guess we're going to research some synthetic oil or production. Fugitive car. No, we'll go for synthetic oil. Alright, next up, free civilian factories. They need to be doing something. Let's just pump out civilian factories everywhere we can to start with. 3 in there, 1 in there, 1 in Tassie. And keep forgetting this is part of Australia. Alright, let's go up there. So civilian factories everywhere we can. Free military factories, making equipment. We are going to need it, so just fill it up to 4 at the moment. Free dockyards as well. We will make convoy ships. Possibly we're going to need to trade, so yeah, let's just go for convoy ships. We only have 2, so 1 per month. It's terrible. So the tutorial we play as Italy, and yeah, have a lot better start. It's fine. National focus for Australia is... I don't know if this is the generic one or if it's a particular one. Collective looks like a generic one. So we will want to go for something that will help probably the army. Industrial, we're not going to have much industry anyway, so no. Let's go for an army effort. Equipment gives us support. Motorization we're not going to do, so we'll go for army effort. And we'll go down that leftmost path to start with. Low manpower, 26,000. Yeah, it's a little low. And we need oil right from the start. So, oil, we'll trade with the United States. Trade with Japan, really. Alright, buy that. So we have to protect this from the Japanese when we eventually go to war with them. Okay, that will sort itself out. So let's get this going at a slow rate. I've turned off the day-night cycle because it's... I mean, it's fine if it went this slowly, but you never play on speed 2. So we'll leave that off. And check out when all of our guys actually arrive. Are they getting there by boat? Are they walking? Yeah, walk through the desert. Fantastic. Alright, well, they'll arrive there eventually. So we have 2 cavalry, 5 infantry. Sounds good. Let's add them all to... What do we got? We got nobody who's good at anything, so I guess we'll go for this general. Probably always going to be just doing one thing, so we'll promote this guy. No, he'd lose a skill point. It's just, I doubt we'll ever have more than 24 divisions, so that should be fine. When they all get there to Darwin, they can start exercising. And the weight is 17. Actually, do we have an Air Force? One guy in New South Wales. Well, he's going to come up to Broome. Seriously? They're calling that Northern Territory, but it's not. Alright, let's try and get him up there. Up speed 3. And yes, what are we going to produce after these? Actually, let's start the recruitment. We will train infantry. We won't actually do that yet, will we? We're going to wait for our paratroopers. We're going to keep our starting guys, and then we're just going to build some paratroopers. So, people bordering us. We've got the Netherlands that we could declare war on. Netherlands, UK, Siam, France, Britain, China. Or New Zealand. Could be fun. So the achievement is we need to take Gallipoli, which I was going to look at a map. Pretty sure it's on the north side. So it's one of these we can't actually do a search to find out, because Gallipoli isn't a named province or anything. Get out of there. Back. Cool. So yes, we want to wait for the eventual war and just have everybody up here training in Egypt. Actually, I've got to check if we can train in their territory or not. And then we'll want to jump across to Turkey as quickly as we can and try and take advantage of that. Alright. Everybody is still walking through the desert. Let's go up to speed 4. Nothing's going to happen for a while. 18 factories, no manpower, no political power, national unity. I would think it would actually be higher than that. Must be because Western Australia still wants to split off. Of course, WA voted in the 1930s, can't remember what year, to secede from Australia. It was a referendum, everybody voted for it, it passed, but then the United Kingdom said, yeah, and you know what, screw you, we don't care about democracy, you're not going to be a separate country. Little piece of history that nobody knows or cares about. So it looks like the end of a sea zone there. Far Eastern Indian Ocean. This is Timor Sea, Arafura, Gulf of Carpentaria, and Coral Sea. Is it the Southern Ocean? No, the Bight, Tasman, Far Eastern. No Southern Ocean. Okay, you dude. Well, West Australians nearly made it. So, if you don't know the Australian battle plan in general, if Australia gets invaded by Japan, because our capital's over here in Canberra, we completely ignore Western Australia, which is where I've lived all my life. The Australian military is only actually strong enough to hold on to an area about this size around Melbourne. So, I don't know if they do it straight away, but basically all of the Australian military run back to Victoria, hang out there, wait for everything else to be occupied, and then just sort of run a guerrilla campaign from the base down here. Is what I've heard anyway. Didn't hear it when I was in the military, but heard it before and after, so I don't know how true it is. Now, our ships here should have a commander as well, because why not? This dude is targeting from carriers and sortie efficiency. Well, he's a higher level, so we're going to pick him. These guys can't do training or anything, can they? Alright, we've got destroyers, light cruisers, and heavy cruisers. Let's actually send these guys. What are we going to want to do? Patrol? We're going to be tiny, so we need to be close together. Let's go and search and destroy missions in this region, which is surrounded by, not allies, Netherlands. We might actually want to do something to the Netherlands. You know what, let's not wait for the war to start. Let's go ahead and... No, democracy can't do it. I've only played a fascist, so... Alright, Rhineland. Army effort's done. We are going to follow down, unless we go for industrial or political, actually, could be good. Well, let's get the first bits knocked out here. Special Forces gives research on paratroopers. Yeah, we're going to want to do all of that. Alright, could we do political effort first then? Is there anything here that's useful? Political power plus 120. We would go for collectivist, become fascist. Has to be true before you can do it. Okay. So it'd come through here. Neutrality or interventionism. Allows us to send volunteer forces. You know, let's just push that first. get some political power out as well. So what can we do to the Netherlands? Don't care about the popularity. Improve relations. Costs tend to start improving. You know, we really don't care. I would say at some point we might want Russia on our side. We could try and flip them to being democratic. Let's give that a go. What else are we going to do? Cost power per day. Right, that's why we're not doing it. Not staging a coup. It's just improve relations with the Soviet Union. Cost to improve relations is higher. Requires a daily cost as well. Okay, forget it. Still learning, as I said at the start. We could improve Britain's opinion of us, but I don't see any point to doing that. Not the Raj, the actual UK. He's reinforcing the empire. Good on you. So we also have Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, and India on our side. Oh, that's what we were going to do. We were waiting for the army to arrive. You know, that music is a bit loud. Let's go game options. Audio. It's nice when you're a fascist, but it's a bit annoying now. So, you lot, getting their recruiting done. They're already trained. Let's see if we can pull them over to the border. Maybe the border with Iraq. Sit them in Palestine. Cool. Looks like we've got control of the Suez Canal anyway. So, we'll get them over there. Our fleet we're going to keep up here. But we will probably want to expand where they're doing it. So you go Timor Sea, Eastern Indian, Carpentaria. Oh, 3. Okay. There's a limit of 3 for what you can do. So, shift. Let's go for Coral Sea as well. Has to be next to it. Fine. Makes sense. So they can do those 3. Army's on the way. Little transport ships. So yeah, when I was doing the tutorial, I got a bit carried away, took it past. Basically, you start as Italy. All you have to do is finish the war with Ethiopia, and then I think the tutorial ends. I kept playing for a little bit. Ended up destroying Yugoslavia, Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria. I was at war with, who's this, Albania. Took over France pretty easily. Had Germany on our side, of course. And then I was trying to do an invasion of the UK. Lost the entire fleet and the Air Force. Got paratroopers into London. We took London easily enough, but then they have enough guys up there that screws you. So yeah, had enough of that. Almost had the nuclear weapons developed. So wanted to keep playing, but there was a crash to desktop, and it was, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night, so I thought, no, screw it. We'll just start again. Learnt enough from the tutorial to have an idea of how the game works. Hey, little Aussies. Going on their sailing trip. Weather clear. Didn't look too clear. Alright, so what are we allowed to do to Iraq? What's your name, buddy? Ghazi the First. You are fascist. Can't really do anything. Needs to do something as a democracy to get to war. I guess that's the point. Democracies aren't allowed to. So we'll just train up our guys. Now, logistically, infantry equipment, we have a deficit, and then convoys, we have a surplus. Well, production, we're going to need infantry equipment, so we'll try and get extra military factories to do that if we ever get the option to actually build more. Alright, political effort. So, good point. Extra building slot adds a civilian factory. Might actually just push down this to get the extra military factories, or we're not going to be able to do much at all. Gains national spirit, which grants trade deal opinion factor. Don't care. We're going to go industrial for a little bit. And what are you saying? Modify government. Alright, we can do more conscription. Won't give us much at all anyway. So we're going to want a chief of army, since we're going to be army focused. Organisation or offence. Division attack goes up. Organisation goes up. We are going to have Sydney Rowell. Welcome to the team. High commanders. What would we go for? Infantry genius. Attack and defense. Yeah, we're going to want this guy. Air superiority. No. We're going to rely on the British for superiority anyway. Which brings up the point of we were going to go paratroopers, but you need air superiority to be able to use them. So that might not be the way to go anyway. Alright. Recruitment. We will just train regular infantry then. Can we train them outside our borders? It has to be a green province, so it has to be inside the mainland. We will do them in the Northern Territory. We'll do them 5 at a time. They will take probably until the war's over to actually be finished. Really? There's a few guys in there. Got no support or anything yet. That's fine. Alright, reinforcements need to be prioritised. Fine. Alright, back over here. We should be just arriving now. There they come. So, let's go ahead and set up a front against France. No. Against probably Italy. Let's jump over here. Actually, we don't want it that long. Well, we could, but we won't. Set up the front to there. Now, our attack plan against Italy, when the war starts, I don't know, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, will be to push in... Who's this? France. Right. Screw this, we'll just push in the whole way. Take their whole stinking colony. There to there. Alright, Britain. Let us at them. In the meantime, they're going to be recruiting. Not recruiting. Exercising. Which is why we have the deficit in infantry equipment. So, what are all these numbers? Balance. Daily equipment balance. So, we're using up a bit. What's this one? Need. Production and need. So we're using 0.7 per... 0.2 per day while they're exercising. But they're not actually exercising yet because they're marching. Alright, guess the centre gets the extra guys. Seriously, taking attrition there. Well, forget that then. You guys can go sit in Cairo. Don't want the attrition to be an issue. So let's have a look at supply. Never even looked at this in the tutorial. This area, 4 of 9. Well, it's 37 up here, so that'd be the best place to be. Does that include... Yeah, it does include this. Well, Australians in El Alamein. Makes a lot of sense. They're all heading straight back over there. Alright, we're going to have to cancel these for now then. We'll set that up later. Come down here, boys. And just check the supply is actually doing what we're expecting. I'm going to learn these shortcuts eventually. But for now, I have to hover over them, or I'm just bouncing around trying to find them. Highest level naval base is 8. Infrastructure, I have no idea what any of this does yet. Required 5.29 for our army. Sounds fine. Has no orders yet, that's fine. Why are you affected by attrition? How does attrition work in this game? Do you always suffer attrition, or is it because we're not in Australia? Because that would be stupid. It's just attrition from the exercise. That's fair enough. So, paratroopers are unlocked. We'll have a go at doing that later. Next, we will research support weapons. We're going to have to, I'll unpause it while we do this, but we're going to have to check through later on for a focus that will give us more research slots. Alright, it's the infantry genius that we want. Division attack, division defense. Yes, absolutely. Now, when's the election? September of next year. Alright. So, the focus. Let's have a quick read. We want to get a research focus. What would that come under? Next research slot is down there, both down the bottom. that sucks. Okay. Well, we're doing industrial now, so we just push straight down this way for the infrastructure. Central Australia, Victoria, WA, Central. Building slot, building slot. Alright, let's go construction effort then. And what did we just get? Research bonus for industry. Well, we might need to focus on that after all. Wasn't thinking that it was something we were going to do. What's the other one? Engineering. We could go for atomic weapons since we're not going to be fighting in the war. Although I think you need... I don't know, probably need superiority to be able to do that. Construction speed increase will be useful later. Production efficiency cap, maybe. I'm going to build some synthetic oil factories somewhere eventually. So yeah, the oil fields that we don't know about yet are all up here on the northwest shelf. How about you, buddy? Go down, look at them. The games are concluded. Okay, well, it seems like a good spot to take a break, so thanks for watching, hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, particularly about whether you think it's going to be the most boring YouTube channel ever, having the Australian run through first for Hearts of Iron. But I'll probably start another one soon as Italy or someone as well. We'll have 2 Hearts of Iron things going at the same time. Pick which one you enjoy. Hopefully, eventually, Australia will be involved in the war. We're going to have to wait for all the AI to kick it off for us, but we're over there ready to go, so it should be fun. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. See you later.